Hello guys, as this is a Klavskis here, and today I am going to show you a 28+2 castle drop into conquistadors as Spanish or Mayans in an Arabia, preferably Arabia pocket, and this guide is without deer, so I will explain how you play it with deer, but at the moment this play is without deer. So we start out in the typical start. We queue up villagers. We build two houses. Two houses. One house with two villagers, the other with one. So you see, I found my sheep. I'm already going with the sheep under the town center, which is pretty basic for the typical Dark Age stuff. So I will just speed it up as I explain how this will go. So typically the Dark Age is very similar to every Dark Age you have ever seen, which is 6 on sheep. Then we go for the first lumber camp. As you see, I try to keep all villagers on one sheep for maximum efficiency. As moving on to the first lumber camp right now, we'll go 4 on the first lumber camp and then or the boar. As you see, 4 villagers distributed on the first lumber camp, and now I will go after the first boar. First boar bringing word. As you see, the next guy that comes out of the town center, so 13-15 population, I will build a house so I don't get housed. As the boar is being eaten, I will put the house villager back on the boar, and now I will go for mill. So at the moment, as you see, I have 8 villagers on the boar. Try to keep your town center working at all times. So I build the mill, queue up more villagers. So at the moment, I have one villager that is injured from the borer, and I will build a farm with that villager. It is very important to build farms as early as possible, honestly, just because we don't push deer and we will run out of food faster than we would have if we would push deer. Thus, we want to start farms faster because we don't want, let's say you have 8 villagers on sheep or boar, and then everything runs out and now you have 8 villagers idle, and that will completely demolish your wood that you have stockpiled at the moment. So I go after the second boar. As you see, my first boar is around 100 food, and I start warding in the second boar at the moment. As I ward in, shoot it only once. I probably will shoot it twice, maybe not, as it's a really close boar, so no problem warding it in. As the boar comes in, I will put my villager in and I will eat this first boar first, and now I will kill in the second boar. So at the moment, if we do a fast checkup, we have 4 wood, 4 berries, 1 farm, and the rest on the boar. As we are on 18/20 population, I will go and build the another house so I don't get housed again. As now I'm eating the second boar, I have 1 farm at the moment. And you see, again I add the second farm immediately after the second boar is ward. And you see I now have 17 wood, and the next villager will go and build a second lumber camp. As I put the house villager on berries, because if we do not push deer, we want to have 5 on berries, so we don't have too much villagers on the boar and it just runs out too fast. 5 on berries is okay without deer. With deer, you can go for 4 and then focus more on eating the boar and then having 3 villagers that are eating the deer as well. So, you see, my deer was very pushable, but for this guide specifically, I wanted to do it without deer to show you guys that you can have a good time and okay economy even without pushing deer. So now, as we see, second villager moving on to build a lumber camp, as the boar is running out slowly, so we will see the villagers transition into sheep now. As the second lumber camp is almost getting up. And another farm gets built. As I said, like the wood is almost done, another farm already gets built. So before 8 minutes you already want to have 3 farms built. As the last villager comes out, that will go for on the second lumber camp and it will build a house. So you will have 4 wood, 4 second wood, 5 berries, 3 farms, and the rest on sheep. So now the next 3 villagers that come out will be put on stone. Okay, and the reason they will be put on stone is because you need 3 villagers in Dark Age and then 2 villagers in Feudal Age, and then when you get up to Castle Age you will approximately have around 680 to 700 stone.
See?
As you see, the villager building house is moving to the lumber camp now.
Presto.
As you see, at the moment I have only 6 villagers on sheep. Just rebuilding the lumber camp, the mining camp. Just rebuilding the mining camp. I built it there, but you want to build it 1 tile away for maximum efficiency with a lot of villagers.
See?
As the 3rd villager is moving to the stone already, so the next 2 villagers will move on gold. Okay, and this is very important, because to have enough gold you need 3 villagers on gold, because I will get womb. In arena, if you don't get womb, you only need 2 villagers on gold. So you see the first villager moving on gold, as the last sheep are getting eaten right now. As you see me just adding another farm, so I will have approximately 4 farms into Dark Age. So you see now, the last villager came out, and I took 1 villager from the sheep and put it on the gold as well, because I need 3 villagers on gold. And now I get womb, and then I click up to the castle, to the Feudal Age, sorry. And I'm building more farms, just so the farm economy is already in development when I hit the Feudal Age. So now I click up to Feudal Age, and you see I already have 300 food in the bank for the Castle Age. As we resume the gameplay. So the sheep is done, and now the last sheep remains, which will be just eaten by these 2 villagers, as I already put this one on another farm. So at the moment in Dark Age I have, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 farms at the moment. And you will see I will have enough wood for a market and the blacksmith. So now we can speed this up. The whole Dark to Feudal Age production. So if you do a recap, we have 4 wood, 5 berries, 3 stone, 3 gold, and 2 on sheep, and 6 farms. So now, as I hit Feudal Age, you will see me bring out the 2 sheep hunters. The sheep is already done, as you can see, 3 food. Bring out the 2 sheep hunters and build a market with them here. As you need 2 villagers to build a market, although for Spanish you can survive with 1. And 1 villager from wood I just take to build the blacksmith. As now you see the 2 villagers that come out in the Feudal Age will go to stone. And you already see me, if you already look, I already have enough resources in the bank to click to Castle Age. As the buildings are done, and the villager will be done eventually. So you make 2 villagers in Feudal, and both of them go to stone. As I click up now. So now, the upgrades you want to get are double bit axe and horse collar, as you will see me get them soon enough, I hope. As you see me getting double bit axe, and when I have 75 food, I will also get the mill upgrade. So now, as you saw, the 2 villagers that were under the sheep, the 2 villagers that built the market, will now be put on gold. So we have 5 villagers on gold. You can also put them on a straggler tree here. That is also perfectly fine. So now I'm just going to build a few houses with the lumberjacks so we don't get housed. So now the double bit axe is done, horse collar is done. So now the berries are done. I will build 1 farm with the berry villager and put the rest on wood. Because we will need more wood to build town centers in the Castle Age. So at the moment, if we do a small recap in the pretty much almost Castle Age, we have 5 on stone, 4 on wood, 5 on gold, and we have, what is this, 2, 4, 6, we have 8 on the second wood, as we have 7 farmers. You can also go for 8 farmers, that is also fine. You don't want to build more though, because you will need to balance the economy when you hit Castle Age. So Castle Age will be around 16 minutes 10 seconds, which is a really good time. I think it's maybe a few second idle time. as we hit the castle age, I will bring the stone villagers to build the castle and also 2 wood villagers because we want to get the castle out as fast as possible. Also, you can see me doing bow saw immediately when I reach castle age because that is a very important upgrade you want to get. So now, as you see, the castle... Okay, it's not yet done, but... So the castle is done at 17 minutes 30-ish seconds. Okay, which is really good time. For Mayans, it might be a little bit later because the Spanish castle just gets built a lot faster. But typically it will be maybe around 1740 something minutes. So the castle is done, as you can see, and already conquistadors are being built, and also another town center is being added. And now, when I have the stone, I will build a third town center, and as you see, my economy is pretty okay. I have 2 villagers queued up, 2 conquistadors queued up, and the second town center is on the way. So, this is how you do the 28+2 build for Spanish or Mayans or whatever civ you want to go unique units with in Arabia Pocket. So, it is a very solid build, I would say. If you manage to get and push deer, I would recommend going 27+2 up. Cutting that 1 villager will save you those 25 seconds of time, which is okay if you push deer. But if you don't push deer, I would still recommend sticking with the 28+2 because eco-wise you will be in a much better spot if you do the 28+2 instead of the 27. And also you pretty much will plus minus be in the same spot as the 27. It's just that the 27 makes your conquistadors or plumed archers be at your flank earlier in case he actually needs your support. So now you would play this like a typical pocket knight civilization. You would keep around 4 to 5 villagers on stone, so the second castle can come up around 22-ish, 23-ish minutes. And then you just go into 3 town center, boom. And with Spanish, I would go for 2 castle conquistadors and transition into paladins in Imperial Age. With Mayans, you do 3 town center into 2 castle, then 3 castle plumed archers. So that is all, guys. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below.